Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design, and today we have a requested video. So when I did my tarot setup, my bullet journal, my disc bullet journal, kind of an oxymoron there, but my disc bullet journal that I was going to use as a tarot journal, I got asked to share how I do my tarot. So we're going to go over that today, and I'm going to show you some completed journal pages as well. But I just want to share what I do. And the first thing is, if you don't have a tarot deck, there's a myth around that you need to get gifted a tarot deck. You do not. If you like a tarot deck, then you go out and buy yourself that bloody tarot deck. You don't need to get it gifted. Now, the second thing is that the tarot deck that I use is called the Spellcaster's Tarot. And this is the book that comes with it. These are the cards that come with it. They're not your traditional Rider-Waite. They're a little bit different. I like this tarot deck quite a lot. When my girlfriend, who is very experienced in tarot and has multiple decks, she bought this tarot deck out, I can't remember, maybe about 7-8 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago. And I just fell in love with it. I'm able to intuit this deck more than any other deck that I've worked with, and since I bought this deck I have not used any other. So this works well for me, and if you don't feel connected to your deck, then you need to look for another one, is what I will say, because if it calls to you, it calls to you. If it doesn't, then you need to change it. All right, so that's the first thing. You don't need to get gifted your tarot deck, and find one that you like to work with. Okay. Now, how do I store my tarot? People will tell you that you need to store it in a silk bag, in a box, in a, I don't know, whatever. I don't, because if I put mine back in the box or in a bag, I will never use it. I won't never use it. If it is not in front of my face, I will not use it. So what I do is I have this. This is a little plastic business card holder, and you can hopefully see that in the glare. But it's a little plastic business card holder, and in front of my desk, this is me sitting at my desk, and in front of my screens, I have this, and that's where they sit. Because if it's not there, I will not use them. So that's where mine sit. Again, you've got to make it work for you. Some people will say that they have to be on an altar, they have to be this, they have to be that. No, because if they're on my altar, I will never use them. They won't get used. So that's where mine stay. They're in this little plastic holder. And if I can find a link for this, I will. But yeah, it's just a little business card holder. And they just sit right in front of my desk here. How do I personally read my tarot? I'll come in the morning. Typically in the morning, I will give my deck a shuffle. Sometimes I will ask the deck a question. Sometimes I will just shuffle them and let whatever happens, happens. I personally like to do one card draw a day, because frankly, no one got time to journal about 6 cards a day. Ain't no one got time. If the card doesn't speak to me, then I may draw another card just to see if there's a direction that I need to go in with that particular card. But if the card does not speak to me, then I will draw another one and see if that one makes the first one make more sense. So that's what I will say. But most of the times, 99% of the time, I just draw one a day. Same with the new and the full moon, I will draw one. I don't typically do the full spreads. Sometimes, maybe like once, twice a year, I'll do the 3 cards, which will be the past, present, and future. 99.9% of the time, I'm doing one. I shuffle, I turn it over, I put it in its little holder, it goes off to the side, which will be, let's say it's there, and then I open my journal and I journal about it. That's it. And then all I do is here, I put in the date, I put in whatever the card is, I put in what I intuit from the card, so I will take the card, what is the first thing that jumps out the card to me? What am I looking at? What's the first thing that jumps out to me? Today, it's the color red, and it's the book. Another day, it might be the moon and green. Another day, it might be the I at the top or the B. It could be anything. So even if it's the same card, you might see something different. What draws my attention first? So that's what I will do when I put Intuit from card. So then I'll go to the book and I'll look at whatever the book says. So it'll have a description. This one has divinatory meanings, reversed. I personally don't read reversed, and magical uses. Again, I'm not going to write all of this out because I have it here. What in here in the description jumps out at me? What feels like it's the message that I'm supposed to receive right now? What jumps out at me in this text? So that's what I look for here. What is in the book and what jumps out at me? Sometimes I'll put a little bullet, an arrow or something, and then thoughts. Okay, I noticed the color red. I noticed the book. Why are those relevant to me right now? So that's what I generally come in and do. And I'll do a little flip through of my tarot journal for January. So again, I just come in, journal in, and again, sometimes I don't have time. So I'll just come in and do a short paragraph. You'll see sometimes I've just literally come in, and done a couple of little bullet points. Sometimes I come in and I do a whole bunch of journaling. Sometimes I come in and I just do the card. So it really depends on how much time I have and how I feel. So these are my tarot journalings for January. And I did do a card a day for January. And what I will say is I'm going to put here on the inside of the divider, I'm going to start putting like a list, like a paper here, like one of these papers cut down here. And I'm going to write in each day what my card is, because I do miss having a monthly. I do miss being able to see a month what I've drawn to see if there's any pattern to what I'm drawing. All right, so the other thing is that I do new and full moons. So we've only had 2 so far. We have the full moon in January on the 6th and the new moon on the 21st. And I decided that I was going to use the back half of this for the full and the new moons. And I basically do the full moons as a little letting go. And I just do a whole journaling thing of what I need to let go of, which for January was letting go of doing content on this channel. And because in order to build other things, you need to let go of something else. So, you can't say yes to everything. So that's what I basically journaled about here. And then on the new moon, it was about building and manifesting things. So that is what I will say. If you're looking at full and new moon rituals, the full moon, you're looking at letting go of things. The new moon, you're thinking about building new things. That is probably going to happen again here, and I will keep that for the year ahead. Full moon, what do I want to let go of? New moon, what do I want to manifest? What habits do I want to progress? What habits do I want to build? Etc, etc. All right, if you have any questions, I want you to let me know in the comments down below. I will leave a link to the Spellcasters Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. It is my favorite deck. Again, you have to choose something that works for you, but I love this one. This one is, again, I've been using this deck about 5 to 6 years. I love this deck. So yes, I will leave links to whatever I can down below in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye!